Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In this video, I'm going to assess one of my students' OET role-play conversations for the speaking subtest. And I'm going to provide the word-by-word feedback against all the assessment criteria. And finally, I'm going to share the expected mark for this role-play conversation. What are we waiting for? Let's start straight away.
Good morning. I'm Menaga, one of the registered nurses working in this emergency department. I can see you, your clothes are torn, and then your right hand is swelling. So, could you explain to me what happened exactly?
That is awesome. That's really amazing. Okay, so the way you started the conversation is really mind blowing. I'm pretty sure if you start these kinds of sentences with, you should be able to get B grade and you can easily impress the real OET examiners. Let's continue now.
Yes, I'm having a severe headache. Actually, I was attending a party in a near hotel. I had my drinks. Then, while chit chatting, one of my friend argued with me badly, and he started attacking me. And he hurts my head, hand and shoulder. Uh, When I woke up, I having this sort of injuries. That's only I remembered.
I'm really sorry to hear that, but try not to worry because you are in safe hands. I'm here to help you.
That's the way to reassure the patient, isn't it? We need to tell them positively by saying, we are here to help you guys out and you are with the right person, right? So that's going to be one of the best ways to provide the reassurance to the patient. And she has done a wonderful job here. Well done. Congratulations, Menaka. Let's continue.
So, could you please tell me your name for a better conversation?
Yes, my name is Joseph Broom. You can call me Joseph.
Okay, Mr. Joseph. So, uh, may I assess your condition? Is that okay for you?
Yes,
I'm sorry, instead of saying, may I assess your condition? That's going to be first question. And then you said, is it okay for you? You don't need to tell these two questions, isn't it? You don't need to ask these two questions. So, may I assess your condition? And is it okay for you? Are the same thing, isn't it? So, you can just ask only the first question. May I assess your condition? That's it, isn't it? So this is still going to be appropriate to ask and get the permission. You don't need to add, is it okay for you in this instance? But otherwise, it was a very good conversation so far. Let's see what else in the store.
is that okay?
Okay, thank you for allowing me to examine your body. So, based on my assessment, I understood that you have cuts and bruises all over your body. Is that correct?
Yes, sister, I'm having a headache also. So please give me the medications which stops my headache and I feel better.
I
One great mistake you have been committing, Menaga, is adding so before each sentence, isn't it? So please avoid this mistake. Otherwise, your score may be decreased. So please avoid this phrase in each sentence of your conversation. All right. So please be mindful about this and let's try not to commit these kinds of mistakes every time. Okay. Let's continue now.
understand how painful it is, but um, please, there is no need to worry. So, I can clean your wound and then apply dressing and then
Please, no need to worry. Okay, let's say, please, no need to worry. Here you go. You have blown it up, with another sentence which is not grammatically correct, isn't it? So you should say, please don't get worried. Okay, don't get worried. Or you can say, you can say, Please don't worry. All right. So you can simply say either this. Okay. Please don't worry. That's all right. You don't need to say, please, no need to worry. That is absolutely wrong because it is grammatically incorrect as well. So please be mindful about this, and you should be able to get really good scores when you can avoid these kinds of, silly mistakes here and there. All right, let's continue.
I can assure you that I can make you feel comfortable. So, how does that sound?
No, it is really
Again, yeah, how does that sound is good, but you don't need to add so, isn't it? So how does that sound? This is not good. So we should ensure that we don't use these kinds of unnecessary phrases, in every sentence, all right? Because these things can altogether have a very bad impact on your score. So remove so from here. Thank you. Let's continue now.
good, but before dressing, please give me the medication so that I can have A's from headache, and it will feel me better. Me.
Yes, Mr. Joseph. Um, if I were you, I would react the same. Your concerns are completely understandable, but unfortunately, I'm not authorized person to.
Oh my God, there is another mistake. I am not authorized person. Okay. I am not authorized person to do whatever it is. You should say, I am not the authorized person. Okay. I'm not the authorized person to do blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you should have used an article over there. Articles are a and the. So you have to use the in front of I am not the authorized person. That's going to be more appropriate, isn't it? And you have also continued with one phrase called, if I were you, I would have reacted the same. It's not I would have reacted the same, but you can say I would have reacted the same way. However, it is grammatically correct. Thank you so much. Let's continue now.
Administer a pain medications before a doctor evaluation. So, but I can assure you that immediately I will uh, convey this information to the doctor.
Well, you have given some pauses, unnecessary pauses in between within a sentence itself, isn't it? It's not in between a sentence, but in between words in a sentence. This is not good. So please avoid this. Whenever you commit pauses within a sentence, they will be deducted by the examiners. And as a result, we need to be very, very careful. When we start a sentence, please try to finish it off without giving any pauses in between. Otherwise, the examiners may feel like you are not fluent enough to speak all these words together. All right. I hope everyone is able to follow me now. Let's continue the assessment.
As soon as possible, he will come and assess
But
you.
I can't wait. My hand is also broken. I am having a severe headache. I don't know what is happening with me, and I also little bit anxious about my condition. So please, I don't want to wait for doctor, as it is emergency department. I need the medication urgently.
I can sense your feeling, Mr. John. Please try to understand current situations because all medication have side effects, especially.
Okay, unfortunately, there is another mistake. Okay, so you said all medication has side effects. Okay, unfortunately, this is wrong. So whenever we use all medication, we have to use all medications. And the second mistake is we have to say is have side effects. We cannot say has side effects. Unfortunately, this is wrong. Let's continue now.
Some cases these are exacerbated by alcohol also, but apart from that I can give you certain alternative modalities so you can control your pain. So shall I proceed further?
Again, so shall I proceed further? Shall I proceed further? Okay, so this is amazing. Okay, so see, so again should be avoided. So avoid so please. I know some people, have been used to it. They always add some kinds of phrases, in the beginning of a sentence. I completely understand that. However, as far as the OET examination assessment is concerned, they are going to have an impact on your score. As a result, we have to eliminate those things. I hope everyone can follow me now. Let's continue the assessment.
Yes, you can, but please give me at least medication or some injections which you can apply into the emergency situation.
Yes,
I pre-
yes, yes, Mr. Joseph, I understood. But now I can give you some heat pads so it will make you comfortable. And then
I can give you some heat packs, isn't it? So you said I can give you some heat packs and it will make you comfortable, isn't it? Oh, that's another blow. Okay, when we use, I can give you some heat packs and they will make you comfortable, isn't it? So we should use a plural noun when we have to speak about the phrases that are more than one. For example, some heat packs is a plural noun, so we have to use they instead of it, because it always goes with the singular noun, isn't it? If you have used a heat pack in the previous sentence, then this is absolutely fine. However, you have used some heat packs, which is a plural noun, and as a result we have to use they will make you comfortable. All right, let's continue now.
I'm also clean your wound and then applied new dressing. So I can assure you
So you can't say, I am also clean your wound. That is another problem. I'm also clean your wound. You should say, I will also clean your wound, isn't it? I will also clean your wound. This is going to be more appropriate than what you have told. As a result, you have to be very careful, when you have to use the tenses. We cannot use, I am also clean your wound. This is not correct. Am can never ever go with only a verb. It can either go with the verb plus ing or it can go with an adjective, isn't it? That is a couple of rules we need to follow in terms of English language. Let's continue then.
that you will be fine soon. So because I can't able to give any medications with
Oh, unfortunately, you have committed three mistakes in this sentence. You said so because I cannot able to give you medications. I cannot able to give you medications. So unfortunately, there were three mistakes in this sentence alone, right? Let's say the first one is so. We should not use so here. And we don't need to use, because I cannot able to give you, right? So you have to remove all those things. You cannot say I cannot able to get it. You can say simply I cannot give you any medications, right? So please use I cannot give you any medications. Let's continue now.
doctor's orders. Does that make sense, Mr. Joseph?
I think the patient didn't talk.
yes, okay, I'm okay for that.
Okay, Mr. Joseph, do you have any other concern for me?
Uh,
You shouldn't say any other concern. You should say, do you have any other concerns? You shouldn't say, do you have any other concern? You should say, do you have any other concern for me? No, this is wrong. You should say, do you have any other concerns? This will help you out a lot because you have to ask them whether they have got more than one concern or not. That is really essential from the healthcare professional's perspective, isn't it? Let's continue then.
no, how much time it is required to doctor to come and see me, and I can go home with the medication and can sleep at the home.
Yes, because as you know that the emergency department is are fully busy. Apart from that, the doctor
The emergency department are fully busy. That's not correct, isn't it? So the emergency department are fully busy. No, this is wrong. So you should say, as you know, that the emergency department is busy. So you can simply say that the emergency department is busy. That is more than enough. You don't need to say fully busy, and you don't need to use are with the singular noun, because emergency department is a singular noun which requires is only. I hope you got it. Let's continue.
Also attending some emergency case. So I can assure you that
Some emergency case, that is again wrong. So you should say at some emergency cases, isn't it? So instead of saying some emergency case, please use some emergency cases in the plural noun, right? Let's continue with the next one.
the doctor will come and meet you shortly. So please make yourself comfortable. And then if you have any other concern, please ring the buzzer. I'm really glad to help you.
I am really glad to help you. We shouldn't use the same phrase twice. We shouldn't say I'm really glad to help you. Okay, unfortunately, this is what we call the false starts. So false starts need to be avoided in order to score well in the speaking subtest. All right, let's jump on to the next section of this video. I'm going to provide the assessment now against each criteria. Let's start with it. So the first thing is grammar. Grammar isn't really good. Unfortunately, you should improve a lot in terms of grammar. So grammar needs to be improved a lot. Okay, particularly the use of nouns, articles, prepositions, verbs, require a lot of improvement. Unfortunately, you have to do this, please. And there are a few other issues as well. So false starts and background noises could have been avoided in this role play conversation, because you have been committing some false starts and background noises throughout the role play conversations. The people who are watching this video should also realize that false starts and background noises can eat our scores, and we may not have enough score to achieve the desired marks in the OET speaking subtest. So please understand that. Connectivity is another problem. You could have improved more and more words by using a range of connecting phrases. So connectivity could have been improved as well. Your pronunciation is okay. Pronunciation is all right. I'm quite happy with that. That is okay. But the vocabulary could have been more appropriate, could have been more formal, and it could have been more easy to understand as well, isn't it? And nouns and verbs were not used properly, so that's not the good thing. Use of simple, complex, and compound sentences could be improved as well. All right, please try to understand that you have to use a variety of sentence structures in order to get good scores in your speaking, right? And overall task fulfillment is okay. I'm happy with the way that you have gone through the whole bullet points of the role play card. So overall task fulfillment is okay. I'm quite happy with that. All right, you were able to speak at a pace. You are able to speak at a pace that is easy to understand. So you didn't speak at a fast pace or at a slow pace, which is quite great, isn't it? You could have given some pauses between two sentences. Sometimes you have exceeded, you didn't give any pauses, between those sentences. Apart from that, your role play conversation has been really good enough. In some instances, you were asking for the information, but you are adding additional, questions or the sentences, which could have been avoided. That's one of the concerning things for me. But apart from that, your speaking role play was good enough. Now, let's go through the expected score for this role play conversation. I hope everyone is excited to know the score for this role play conversation. Let me go through the mistakes first, and then I will give you the score. Well, you have been consistently committing a phrase that is so before each sentence, isn't it? That's not a good idea. So this can hamper your score like tremendously, like anything. All right. And then you have also committed a lot of mistakes in relation to the use of nouns and verbs. As a result, I'm not quite convinced to give you B grade for this role play conversation. I can only give you perhaps 320 out of 500 for this role play conversation because of those repetitions, those issues, with the grammar, also the use of simple, complex, and compound sentences, vocabulary, and everything. Anyway, I hope you like this video very much. If you like this video, you can leave it. I hope you find this video helpful. If you find it helpful, please like this video. You can write your comment as well in regards to the quality of my assessment. You can also share this video with your friends and others. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will be right away back with another video. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.